expenditures, are being cut to the bone, and you can ask from ministry to ministry and they'll confirm that. But more importantly, the issue of now our gift miss and HMIs, which are computer systems, would really ensure on a commitment basis and the quarterly allocation that you cannot even post what is not in your budget. And that's really important because if you look at the past, you see areas in which certain contracts are signed way beyond budgets. This one will not, the system will not even allow you to. We ourselves as a ministry setting up an oversight committee to make sure that everybody stays within that ambit. And then more importantly, the review that we are doing on these various programs to make sure that deficiencies and leakages, are done with. And then ensuring the GRA, as you say, are now on a trajectory to being able to perform properly, a lot more digitalization, and that is going to help us immensely. So George, I'm pretty confident about that in the future in terms of the idea of burden sharing to get us through the hump. Domestic debt exchange program, we've come up with some changes that we did for the financial institutions. I think that has gone down well. We are also looking at the pensions for the unions. We are making great progress with that. And this week we'll also look at the individual bondholders and see how, because a nation that does not treasure those who have worked for it over a certain period and are old, it's not the nation that you necessarily want to be in. And that therefore is going to guide us in what we do to make sure, as the president always said, that lives and livelihoods are important. We can fix the economy, but we can't do that. So it is on that sense of responsibility to at least the aged, the vulnerable that we have. You look at this austerity program that we are having with the fund, and there's clear interventions on social protection, and we cannot lose sight of that. So let's rest assured that this whole thing is voluntary, first of all. I need an 80% target, which means what? I expected that some people may not tender. That's true. Are we now telling that, play your part in this thing because government is going to play its part, and that if we get below a certain threshold, it's not good for all of us. But completely sensitive to the fact that there are idiosyncratic needs that we need to take care of, and we will.
And the assurance again, especially for those individual bondholders, that whatever decision that will be taken in these discussions, they will not be left worse off, the pensioners, as you push this debt exchange program ahead.
Yeah, I think what are we saying? We are saying that we have a situation where our debt exchange is necessary. We have a situation where we have come out of certain formulations and we have gone ahead to discuss with the financial institutions a way to mitigate that. I think we've done that successfully. In the same way we sat with the union pensions, and I think we are making great progress in what we do for them. In the same way in which we are looking at individual bondholders to see how we can tweak this. Would we lose a bit of what we have? I think all of us are going to. But we have to make sure that what we eventually come up with creates a sustainability. For example, a zero coupon for 2023. That has to change. So we'll look at that. And those are the modifications which then recognizes the need for fixed income for certain classes of our citizens that we intend to do. So George, once again, livelihoods must be protected as much as we can, and make sure that we also have a nation as a community that is also strong and robust for the future.